Hi there, Butterscotch Biscuit. Juicy information for you. There's an attack on crypto and DeFi. It starts with the government. They have now recruited Uniswap Labs. Uniswap are now attacking all of crypto, all of DeFi. They start with one item, one project at a time. And then they slowly poison everybody else. They poison the well. Okay? Uniswap are starting to delist coins. It starts with HEX today. It could be coming for your bags tomorrow. They're doing it one by one. Ultimate centralization and control. The beautiful part about crypto is it's open source. We have made solutions around this. That's what's fantastic. So, of course, there are actually two questions that Uniswap can't answer. Number one, what's a woman? Number two, why did they delist HEX but still allow the trading of all these other SEC targeted coins that the SEC are saying is security? It's very interesting. Cosmos Atom, Binance Coin, the stable coin, Cody, all of these coins, friends. Why? Okay, even Charles Hoskinson coin, even Polygon. So many. Right? It makes you think about all of these, friends. It makes you think about, shout out to Maddie Allen, by the way. Just to let you know, friends, as well, Maddie is hosting a PulseChain 48-hour live stream. The community will band together. This was already pre-planned, by the way. He does it every single year. So that's just to show you the feat of strength from the whole community. And don't forget too, we've got a comment here from Mr. Heart DeFi. Heart DeFi. Presumably, as Uniswap was named directly in the SEC's charges, they feel it was the best move. That's what he's saying. Well, no, don't forget, Uniswap was snitching on the SEC. Uniswap gave all the information out there. Let me tell you something about the SEC. They have a very bad reputation. The SEC, they actually take people in, okay, like Uniswap, and then they'll actually poop on them later. They use them, okay, because they're part of the industry. Because, and you're probably wondering, that's bad. No. Look, yeah, it's bad, but they don't want to be seen as taking favorites. And Uniswap, the founder and everyone else, okay, whatever they are, whatever entity they want to call themselves today, they don't know they're being played. They're like little children. They have no idea they're in a sandpit. They think, oh, Mr. Government will help you. They have no idea they are going to be kicked out last, but they will be kicked out. And I'm going to teach you something today, friends. Look at this from Mr. Aussie Hexagon. Ada Cardano is not on Uniswap. Wrong. Wrong, sir. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. You know why? There is wrapped Cardano on Uniswap. Yes. Wrapped. You might say it's not the same thing. It's worse than the same thing. It's a token loosely related to the coin you call Cardano, which is security. It's the same thing. All right? It's the same thing. They allow it to be listed. This is like you saying that you are not distributing child abuse material on your computer because you took a video of somebody else playing the video. It's like if you took a video of a video. That's what these wrapped coins are. Inconsistent. They are dingleberries. You are my friend. Let me show you the wrath of the SEC, friends. But also, Algorand did it to themselves. Algorand is one of the nerd coins. Algorand, sex appeal of a brown paper bag that's soggy, stepped on in the rain. No one wants to pick it up. Algorand has dropped 97%, but it had high inflation. Just 97% from the start. No one wins except the insiders. Okay? It's now butchered down. It's actually below the zombie virus price for Algorand. Okay? It's below the March 2020. That's how low down it's gone. Okay? So, Algorand's on its last legs. I believe Anthony Scaramucci, I think he was backing it. His firm backing it. They said Algorand has great tech. You know, Charles Hoskinson, shout out to the Cardano baby dolls. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson really likes Algorand. Says it has actually the best tech in all of crypto. He said this a few years ago. Best tech doesn't matter. We all know this. It's about the community, not the code. Okay? You are not getting any Darlings at a chess tournament. You're just getting some smarty pants. That's it. So the SEC target them. But the real reason why Algorand is struggling, friends, is because 57% of all the developers in the ecosystem have left, and it's a ghost chain. That's why. All right. So yeah, There's a network effect, okay? When I draw these little network effect, yes, there's a network effect. If the SEC comes, if those network effects, if they start going to alternatives, you lose. It's over. Okay, it's over. Okay, because they were going to leave anyway. But if the SEC comes and they see something like HEX and PulseChain and no one leaves, or even more controversial, it actually grows bigger. Uh-oh. Hello. Look at you. Put your clothes back on, friends. Think about that. Network effects. Sprinkles, I want you to look me in the eyes, look me in the ears, and tell me you're going to make it. Because you can. Look at yourself in the mirror. We've gone through worse things before. This is nothing. Humans, we survived nuclear bombs. All right? We can deal with these little weasels. They're nothing for us. We're going to crush them. Even Bitcoin maxis are having a hard time grasping the power of a network effect. I'm here to share with you, show how things are playing out in the puzzle. We drink high protein shakes. Other people have gone the way of the soy. Udi, if you're listening, Udi's very smart. I like Udi. I watch a lot of his videos, his interviews. I like seeing different perspectives. Udi he's an outcasted Bitcoin maxi. So Udi and Eric Wall, Bitcoin maxis. This is them. This is Erica in the middle, and this is Udi on the right. And they also dress up as wizards. Pretty cool for the Bitcoin conference, except for the part where the Bitcoin maxis lost their minds at them for making fun of the Bitcoin sanctity. Okay? So there is strife in the Bitcoin maxi community. That's why these people forget. So if you're listening out there, Udi, I want you to know that basically, in a nutshell, no one's going to tell you this, but I'll tell you this, okay? You made too much money to care, all right? You bought Bitcoin early, or you mined it, however you got it. Congratulations, sir. You won the game, all right? Unfortunately, people following this principle now, nothing's going to change. You know it deep down already. I know you're very smart. These guys are smart. They understand what's going on, okay? Or they watch my videos, like, subscribe, bell button, or they get to learn a thing or two. So you made a lot of money. You did very well. The new generation of people are dwarfing the old school thought. I am not here to judge it. I'm here as a messenger to share with you that's what's going. It's just like we made the internet to solve world government oppression and for people to report on crimes in their countries and their nations being stepped on by the governments and the oppressive people. That's how the internet started, to help war, armies. What do we use the internet for today? Well, memes. 35% is pornography. The other 35% is literally just the banana emojis and eggplant emojis. Okay? We know this. It's the same thing. So here we have Udi earlier this year saying the SEC should not exist. Next point. Seeing laser eyes maxis cheering for the SEC to take Coinbase down makes me sick to my stomach. So, I'm going to ask you something. Please grab your hand with one of your other hands and then place it in your genital area, because I don't think you've actually got balls. Because your next comment says, what took the SEC so long? What kind of contradiction is this? Is this the same person? It is. Okay. What took the SEC so long? So HEX is the obvious Ponzi scheme. What I loved about this is the SEC, who had to lie about like 15 items and make stuff up, they didn't even write the word Ponzi scheme in the paper. Udi, I think you need to check yourself, sir. Don't forget, you are still our friend. Always welcome here, okay? So, as we move on, friends, because we're here to win. We're here to win the game, make money, okay? Bitcoin, Ethereum, quiet. Still quiet, some jitters. Many altcoins still sleeping. PulseChain, HEX, PulseX, deep in capitulation zone. Yes, they were already cheap before. Now they're like disgustingly, ridiculously, what are you even doing here, cheap, okay? Toilet paper hands are fleeing. Protein drinkers are scooping up the mess. Of course, friends, we can see it. Protein drinkers are scooping up the mess. Do you see this daily chart? Scooping up the mess. That's right, I know. You can't say scooping up the mess without having a broom emoji here, okay? Look at this. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Sweep the poop. And while you're here, and I have my pants on, I'm going to tell you a secret. The whole reason I even made this tweet was because I came across this little cute graphic of this toilet paper and this poopy emoji smiling. It inspired me to make this tweet, by the way. Yes, you got to look for inspiration, friends. When everybody's bearish, you got to get bullish. The whole industry's bearish on HEX, PulseChain, PulseX. No one's bearish on Bitcoin. You have to go the opposite of the crowd. Unless you mine Bitcoin already, you got like 850 BTC, whatever, you're going to be fine. For the rest of us, we're going to try harder. Okay? So I also want to shape some expectations for everybody. Okay? So firstly, Uniswap Labs and the SEC and MetaMask, the JP Morganers, the globalists, they're attacking crypto. They're attacking DeFi. It's not an attack on Richard Hart. It's not an attack on HEX. It's an attack on everyone. They're trying to go after Binance. You've never had a problem with Binance. No one's ever had a problem with Binance. 99% of people haven't had problems with Binance, okay? One dude may have had one. So we know all their things are balonies, okay? Expectations on statements from Richard Hart. So you shouldn't actually want, I'm trying to just get everyone in the mindset, okay? He doesn't need it. He's not meant to make an official statement, friends. If they go after Bitcoin, do you want Satoshi to come and make an official statement? Nope. If they come after Ethereum, do you want Vitalik to be the spokesperson? You don't, but you know he will. But you don't want it to be. If they go after Doge, do you want Elon to be the official spokesman? You think you do, but you actually don't. It's decentralized. Okay? Expect no response, no letter, no explanation. Absolutely no explanation. It's a personal issue. You just leave it at that. This shapes us. By the way, I do love to fart. Here we go. Yes. And yes, by the way, I saw this picture and it inspired me to make this tweet again. Don't ask how this brain works, friends. No brain in there. It's just a peanut. So don't forget, no one works for us. We do the work ourselves. You already know this. Community effort. Go ask Udi. Bitcoin did not grow to the size it grew to because John McAfee had a meeting with Satoshi and told him to go on TV. It grew to the size it grew because of the network effects. There was a need of people who wanted to move from the fiat financial system and move to the new network, which lived in digital cyberspace, called the Bitcoin network. That's how it started, and then it continued. The wheels were in motion, and they still are. And you actually find out this is the best way, friends. Remember, decentralization means the international community may choose to continue supporting the network. Remember, it's everybody's choice, okay? You can choose a lot of things. As a friendly reminder, right? So, HEX, PulseChain, PulseX, not securities, can't be paused or deleted. We all know this. And I want to answer Danny Boo. Danny Boo Drupstein. I'll agree to disagree. Thank you very much, friends, for commenting. For most of the community, Richard is HEX, PulseChain, HEX and PulseChain, right? There are no other humans to associate with. If Richard disappeared tomorrow, would the coin still have a future in 6 months? That is a good question. I'd like to tell you this. If Vitalik disappeared tomorrow, I'll tell you Ethereum's got no future. It won't go to zero. There'll be hopefuls, but I'll tell you, you get out of that for the next 10 years. Okay? Not the next bull wave, but the 10-year frame, it's changed. Okay? Think about even Bitcoin. Okay? Satoshi's dead. Yeah, it had another couple of waves left, but you're buying Bitcoin without a Satoshi now. Okay? You're not getting the gains. What? Good luck selling at 100K. Enjoy your 2x before everything crashes again. All right? When you were buying with Satoshi, look at the gains you got. Okay? If you bought because you believed in Satoshi, look what you got in the first cycle. 317x. Right? He left in like 2013. What did you get up here? You got, okay, congratulations. You got 10,600x. You got 10,600x when you bought with Satoshi. What do you get after Satoshi leaves? You get 100x. From 10,000x to 100x. Trust me, we know it's even going lower now. Also, interesting comments here. I love the commentary, friends. You're all very intelligent, okay? The peanuts are salty. So Owen here says, imagine if you sold all your stock in Apple after Jobs died. That's right, because Apple kept continuing to go. The wheels are in motion, the snowball. If you sold all your Bitcoin after Satoshi went silent, we're in for the community and the product, not the founder. Heart should remain silent. The community needs to come together and back itself as it has been. That's true. It won't go to zero. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, okay? It's gonna go okay. But we already know in crypto, we're not getting a 10,000x in the PulseChain ecosystem altogether from here, all right? A 10,000x is such a ridiculously enormous number, okay? You don't need a 10,000x, friends. Look, I'm telling you right now, people have 1 year worth of their income in crypto, okay? They're not going to get 10,000 years. we know that. We know that. The user base of people is higher. We don't have 1,000 people in a network anymore. PulseChain's got 200,000. 100 to 200,000 in HEX, PulseX, PulseChain. It's not 10 people like it was in the beginning of Bitcoin. Doesn't mean it goes to zero. So there is a scale, and we're all aware of it. And it's good that we're aware of it. Shouldn't stay clear of it. Because you know what? There's like 48,000 other scams listed on Uniswap that you can buy that you can't even sell. Honeypot scams, all right? So yeah, I'll take a good growing network effect any day. So the Hornets Nest. The SEC, unfortunately for them, they kicked the Hornets Nest. You know, on the surface, people think, it was carefully crafted. I reread the SEC statements and I slept on it. And then I woke up, friends, and I put on my fluffy slippers, of course, and I realized they put in so little effort because they thought this was going to be easy. They really did. They thought once this comes out, everyone's going to roll over and die. What they don't know is everybody got 8 times louder. My engagement going through the roof. Subs are flushing in. Engagement, likes. The Telegram for HEX trading actually went up for the first time in 2 years. And have it for you right here. HEX Telegram. You see this number? 7,203. HEX Telegram has grown members. I'm not joking, friends. For the first time in years. Years! People are flooding back in to support PulseChain, and they're buying. They are buying. I see them on the chain. Yes, they don't have $900,000 clips because some doo-doo dingleberry head wants to quit today. But they're buying. I can see it. Okay? Now, HEX Trading only had 6,700 members. 48 hours ago, 7.4% more people growth. Coming in to join a troll trading group with no admins. There's no one here, friends. We're all losing our minds. There's people fighting for me. Look, I don't ever want to tell you this signal. But if you're listening out there, okay, in HEX Trading, yours truly, me, I actually get abused in there sometimes for being bullish. That's right. And you're probably wondering, why am I... Well, friends, if you know me, I don't like giving out secret, juicy, informational signals like that, okay? That should tell you something. How is the channel... The channel that banned me, by the way, I've been banned in HEX Trading, I think, 7 times now. Yes. I got banned for saying HEX would go down to 19 cents back in 2021. Okay, that was my first ban. Do you know what's happening today? Now, I'm basically threatened to get banned for being bullish on the ecosystem, being bullish on HEX, just being bullish overall. People they're making memes about me in there for being bullish. Come on, okay? So I'm telling you right now, this is nice signals, okay? It's nice signals. So HEX community, strong. HEX community, strong. Cancel Uniswap, 100%, I agree. They kicked the Hornets Nest. The SEC kicked the Hornets Nest. Statement full of lies. I'm just thinking, just imagine the psychological recovery if Pulse recovers back to the sacrifice price. Wow. It's like, friends, this one stung so bad when this is clear again. And we're going to go back to that blockchain and everyone's just going to get out the microscope and go, look at these little bitches. You click sell, did ya? You know why you do that? Because you can see them with stable coins, knowing that they're going to get the message, they're going to FOMO buy back in. Trust me, it'll work. It'll work. I'll tell you it'll work. They can't all get back in because of slippage. The liquidity is so thin, when they hit out, slaps it down. And when they hit up, there's not enough people. There's not enough people to sell on the way up, friends. That's why I'm telling you right now, all the volume gets done at the bottom. We sweep, and then we just drift back up. You're like, wait a minute. What happened to the selling? That's what happens. And please, if you're out there suffering, welcome. Join the line. I'm suffering too. You know how thirsty I am? So there's been big self-inflicted damage, friends. This is a 9-year stake. The original HEX amount was 3.5 million HEX. You look at this, look at this. When you zoom in, when you see this, friends, I should show you where your eyes should go. When you see this, look at the reward and the penalty. So this person, their penalty is 3.5 million almost, but they only made 2.5 million. And they started with 1 million. So it's crazy, right? Their penalty, 1,100 out of 3,000 days. Right at the low. Right at the low. So I'm not even like super optimistic to do this price. I said if HEX recovers back to 25 cents, that was worth $880,000 one day in the future. What did they do? They emergency ended it and they paid an enormous penalty. They only received 79,000 HEX. So instead of $880,000, they now have $347, okay? Now, a lot of people always say, what if you needed the money? Yeah. How can you, why did you sell your $880,000 asset potential for $347, okay? If you needed the money, okay? Put on a wig, go work in an alleyway. $347 for $880,000. I'd like to buy your stake, please. If this person really needed that, I would have given this guy 30 grand. Yeah, I'll buy that off you. Maybe not that much because the price is so low. Hey, I'll give you 3 grand. I'll give you money for your stake, man. You don't need to do 99.9% loss. So just think out there, friends. That's why we're here. We're out here. We're here together. I'm just sharing with you. This is capitulations, man. These are rare events. But when they happen, they're juicy. And shout out to Mr. Bandit. Bandit is one of my favorite bandits with his cute little turtle with a poopy on top. It's actually called a Turdle, you know. The internet, very strange place, friends. That's where we live. So, PulseChain, PulseX, HEX. If you're new, welcome, welcome. Take a seat over there, friends. Remember, the ratios are all linked. So, many common questions I'm getting. Should I buy Pulse? Should I buy, or PulseX? Or EHEX or PHEX, okay? They're all ratio linked. All the ratios are roughly in line. If you put them out on a weekly chart, you'll see. So this is PulseX, for example. I'll just change it to the PulseX Pulse chart and you can see. You see this? Wow, PulseX reversed. Okay, this is kind of crazy to see. Do you see this? These aren't big, okay? These aren't big deviations, okay? It's really, this is how small it's meant to look. It's just that I zoomed in. Like, the difference between you buying here, 10%, 20%, is not the end of the world. The capital appreciation, if this works out from here, is a 60x, like minimum being conservative. That's 6,000%. So you making an extra 10% here is not really the end of the world. This doesn't really matter. I would personally, if you wanted to, I'd go on PulseChain, use app.pulsex.com. I would just buy all 4. If I had like 10 grand, I'd go 2.5, like 33% into Pulse, 33% PulseX, 33% into total HEX. You can't go wrong to buy him. And even they're all linked together, friends. They're all linked. It's the same community. It's the same people. They're all right next to each other. They're all ratio bonded. So you don't have to stress about that. In a capitulation, it's like, yeah, I don't want to say this, but when you look back in 12 months, if you go back and check the history from any other capitulations, you look back and you go, well, you just had to buy anything. It didn't matter who won. It's just the people who clicked buy. People who like click buy on that day, that week, that month, they win. And the people who click sell, they lost. So I'm going to ask you, which one are you going to be? The winner or the loser? Because right now, you're a winner. You're on my channel. We got friendship. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Tell mum and dad, please, stay with the winners. That's where we're going to be. Catch you in the next one.